Hi folks, this is all the fruit. I'm on the island of Tenerife, and today I want to try 3 different species of Kurrajong or Brachychiton. Here I have Brachychiton populneus, probably called populneus because of the cottonwood or poplar-like leaves. Here Brachychiton acerifolius, at least I think it's acerifolius. You could correct me on that. Those seem to be the 3 species cultivated in Tenerife, but with this I'm not 100% sure. And here, this is Brachychiton discolor, which has much more maple-like leaves than this one. Acerifolius means maple leaf. This one looks a lot more like a maple, but I'm quite sure it's Brachychiton discolor because of the pink flowers. The last time I made a video about discolor, the flowers were quite measly, but here I got a couple big ones. Let me show you the trees. This is what I call Brachychiton acerifolius, but as I said, you can correct me on this one. It's supposed to have bright red flowers, but I've never seen it in flower here in Tenerife. Here you have a couple unripe fruit in the shade, unfortunately. Yeah, the unripe ones all seem to be in the shade. Yep. Well, here are the unripe ones in the shade, and there are some ripe ones in the sun. Then here we have a couple, actually we have a lot of trees of Brachychiton populneus with the typical leaves. Look at them. And then up here, a little bit further away, we have a tree of Brachychiton discolor. Since I'm not a Kurrajong specialist, you can always correct me if you think that the species are different from what I'm telling you. So here is a Brachychiton populneus with fruit. They are quite small in this species, in this tree, in this specimen. The flowers are not Brachychiton flowers. And here we have the Brachychiton discolor. Beautiful fruit and flowers on this branch. Oh, in this sunlight, even my zoom seems to be a little bit less ugly. And here, the nice leaves on another branch. Well, now let's go to tasting those Brachychiton. I already tasted discolor and populneus a couple days apart. They tasted quite similar to me, but it seems to be like with fish or with apples. You eat an apple, it tastes like an apple. You eat a fish, it tastes like a fish. But you eat 5 different apples and suddenly you realize they're all different. Or you eat 5 different fish. I haven't eaten fish for many decades now, but still, you eat 5 different fish and suddenly you realize, oh, they all taste different. So let's see if the same applies to eating 3 different Kurrajong or Brachychiton seeds. Well, Brachychiton or Kurrajong is a very important bush tucker plant for the Australian Aborigines. They got a lot of water from the roots. Actually, the roots of Kurrajong seem to have been their main water source in some areas. And the fruit seem to have been one of their main food sources. However, the fruit are very dangerous. See those little hair which surround the seeds? Well, those hair are really irritating, and I've read records about little children getting blind when their mothers processed the fruit nearby, or people who process them having to shower immediately and wash all their clothes immediately afterwards. I want to avoid that, so I'm gonna use this tissue paper. Okay, let's start with Brachychiton populneus. Let's try to remove a couple of the seeds. So those are the seeds. First, they are surrounded by this brownish, yellowish skin with those hairs. Then they have a yellowish crust, which is like powder. And then there is this brownish, blackish, leathery, hard skin inside, which is actually the main reason I don't like the seeds so much. So here we have Brachychiton populneus. Now let's try Brachychiton acerifolius. Again, first this hairy outer shell, then we get out the fruit, and we get out the seeds, and they're again surrounded by this powdery. Okay, the other one seems rotten, so okay, this seed is again surrounded by this powdery yellow stuff. Let's try and get a couple more. Okay, here I got the second one. Okay, so this is acerifolius, and now discolor. Discolor seems to have the biggest fruit, however the seeds are not so extremely big. Okay, oh, it also seems to have the highest amount of little glockets. Here there is fluff of those glockets flying around everywhere. Oh my god. I hope I will not start itching. I'm quite far away from home. When I make it to my flat, I will be screaming from age. Okay, now let's try them. First, Brachychiton populneus. This is this tough brownish blackish skin. It's basically like chewing a watermelon seed, only tougher than watermelon seed. Yeah. If there was a way to remove this skin, this brown skin easily, and collect a lot of the fruit, this would be quite good. Brachychiton, most probably acerifolius. Well, the seed seems to be quite small, so it's actually a bit easier to get it out from this skin. Same taste, maybe a little bit milder. Okay, but the seed seems to be underdeveloped in this specimen. They are not really filling out the... See, this is the brown skin with the yellow powder on it. Now, Brachychiton discolor. See, well-developed seeds which fill out the brown skin completely. Still not much taste. Yeah, what shall I say? Not so great. I don't know, maybe the fruit are too old, or I'm doing something wrong. Also, it's being said that when you roast them, they taste much better, and you can even make coffee from them. I don't know, folks. Maybe if you're in the Australian bush and there are those trees everywhere, there are some of the better sources of food, but here in Tenerife, I mean, you might try them if you are brave enough to brave the little glockets, but it's nothing I would use on a regular basis, except if somebody teaches me a better way to process and eat it. So folks, those were 3 different Brachychiton. Brachychiton populneus, Brachychiton acerifolius, and Brachychiton discolor. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from beautiful Tenerife. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.